Now on CoastTV News.
No such thing as free parking. What shops and stores in Milton will have to pay as the town expands its parking options.
A new vending machine in Georgetown that dispenses life-saving Narcan.
Police shortage the Sussex town with just one single police officer.
And the cost of doing business. This beach patrol station in Rehoboth is on schedule, but over budget. How the city will plan out the payments.
Tracking rain over parts of the peninsula. Shower threat through the overnight. Will it clear out in time for the weekend? I'll have my latest forecast in minutes.
This is CoastTV News at 11.
$1 a ticket, the extra charge some Milton businesses will have to pay to maintain parking in the area. Good evening, I'm Charlie Sakaitis.
And I'm Christina DeRobertis. Welcome to CoastTV News at 11. We begin tonight right around the corner in downtown Milton.
And that's where the Finance Committee met earlier this evening, again looking over plans for what's called a parking impact fee. The charge would be tacked on to tickets for shows and events.
And as CoastTV News reporter Brendan Conroy shows us, there has been some pushback against the idea.
Some businesses in Milton will now have to pay a parking impact fee. That's what the town's Finance Committee agreed on Thursday, and it's getting lots of reaction from the businesses and the people who live there. Michaela Coffero has called Milton home for 2 decades and doesn't want the stores and shops to be affected.
Let's do what other towns do. You pay for your parking.
So what does this all mean? Well, this new fee of $1 or less will be tacked on to each ticket sold for events downtown. Shops and stores won't see any difference, but the Milton Theater is likely to take the brunt of this financial hit. And all this comes from the town wanting to fund more parking lots and spaces in the area. JP LeCap works at the Milton Theater and says the fees are going to have a much bigger impact on revenue than the people realize.
It's easily $5,000 to $7,000 monthly for us.
But in a previous interview with CoastTV just last month, Milton Mayor John Collier defended the plan, saying,
The whole idea of it is it's more or less looking at an impact fee and how the town is going to recover the costs to create the parking.
While Milton is known for its historic small town feel, it looks like they could be adapting to some newer ideas when it comes to parking. At the end of the meeting, the Finance Committee decided they're going to send it over to the town council to further discuss the logistics. But from the people who were at the meeting, they don't want these businesses to be taxed and would rather have the people themselves pay for their own parking. In Milton, Brendan Conroy, CoastTV News.
In Ocean City tonight, the community came together to support Tyler Walsh. Walsh is a Stephen Decatur High School student who lost his leg in a hit-and-run motorcycle accident this summer. The Stronger in Orange fundraiser, organized by friends and family, raised money to help make Tyler's home wheelchair accessible. Family members tell CoastTV that Tyler is making progress in his recovery.
Man, we're pulling for him, and any bit of strength we can give him through support and love, that's why we're here.
We're going to take a live look outside now into Lewis and bring in our first alert meteorologist, Chris Mastrobono, for a check on the forecast. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Christina. Actually, Lewis is one of the dry spots on the peninsula at this hour. Different story, though, in Salisbury, where we've seen some showers. You can see the wet roads there. Currently, with a temperature of 49 degrees, winds are calm, and we're going to continue to see a threat for showers over the next few hours in the overnight. The rainfall, though, really hasn't advanced further than Salisbury due to a lot of dry air. The rainfall just kind of evaporating there, but you can see the moderate rainfall extending from Crisfield just to the south of Chickatee, and some heavier rain across parts of Cape Charles along the coast there, and that's all associated with a developing coastal storm, and you can see that beginning to take shape there. The only problem is it's not tracking northward. We desperately need the rain. It's tracking southeast. So we're going to continue to see a few showers overnight, but begin to dry out through the morning hours. We'll talk about your weekend ahead coming up.
Thank you, Chris. And we're going to stick with this a little bit here. While the no rain streak did end at 44 days, technically the drought on Delmarva, that's still ongoing. At this point, some farmers on Delmarva are nearing the end of their harvest season. The stretch of dry weather has caused crop yields to suffer, especially for crops like soybeans and corn. Farmers say they're having hard times irrigating. They're needing to do it more than normal, which equals more money, more time. And farmers are worried about next season. Certain crops like barley, that would normally be planted right now. They're not able to do that, which is going to hurt next summer's yield.
It's not a good feeling. I mean, last year was a great year. We had, great crops. Overall, we had the rains just when we needed them, and prices were really good last year. And you come into this year, and it's been a struggle overall.
While farmers are desperately hoping for rain, they say one benefit of dry weather is that they are getting more work done each day than ever before.
Flooding in Dewey Beach has been a consistent problem. Well, now the town is trying to make a change for future Dewey homeowners. On your screen now are the flood zones in town, which are affecting future construction. Now new houses could have new freeboard requirements. Freeboards raise the house off the ground, and the new requirement could be 1 to 3 feet higher if town council decides to change its code.
So the issue is if you have a house and your next door neighbor buys the lot next to the house next to you and they tear it down and they build a house and all of a sudden it's 2 or 3 feet taller than yours, you're like, well, town, what are you doing? You're not observing your own zoning codes. We're trying to keep up with flooding and mitigate that issue, as well as try to keep everybody on the same playing field.
So any way that the city can enforce codes or add new codes to raise things up will help the damage to the structures.
The town is discussing freeboard requirements tomorrow evening.
Paying for projects when they go over budget, the city of Rehoboth Beach is looking at spreading the cost of its new beach patrol over several years. And here's how we got here. Back in April, the project had to be paused. That was after the city said workers hit hard soil. Then this summer, the city reported that the project was $550,000 over budget due to surface or subsurface challenges. Now the city is looking at spending a total of $5.5 million on the project overall. We spoke with somebody who lives in Rehoboth Beach who says he wishes the money was spent elsewhere.
I just think there wasn't that much wrong with the old one, and I think they should have gave the lifeguards raises instead of, just spending more of our tax money.
Originally, the city was going to pay for this project over 2 budget cycles. Spreading out the cost will be discussed tomorrow for the first time.
Helping those in the grips of addiction, that's the goal of 5 new harm reduction vending machines placed throughout the first state. One machine was placed at the Pallet Shelter Village in Georgetown, a place for homeless people. Program manager Trish Hill says this is a great addition for everyone in the community.
This gives people a little bit of privacy. There's some people, they don't want to come up to somebody and say, I need such and such. But when they're here, they can, be free to take what they need. Everything is free.
And we have more on this story on our website, CoastTV.com.
This brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, where should vending machines with addiction resources be placed?
Let's take a look at the results. If you look at your screen, you can see 57% of people saying they should be placed at shelters, 27% saying public parks, just a few saying boardwalks, hospitals, and community centers.
If you haven't voted in this poll, if you want to vote in this poll, it's pretty easy to do. You can go to CoastTV.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
Well, President-elect Trump back at his Mar-a-Lago estate after shaking up Washington with his cabinet picks.
And not everybody from the president-elect's own party are on board with some of his controversial choices. NBC's Alice Barr has details from Washington.
With President-elect Trump back home in Florida today, Washington is reeling from some of his controversial picks to lead key government agencies. The latest, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., tapped to run the Department of Health and Human Services. The vaccine skeptic known to promote unorthodox health concepts dropped his own presidential bid to support President-elect Trump. He joins Matt Gaetz, selected for Attorney General. He quickly resigned from the U.S. House
to pursue the position of Attorney General in the Trump administration.
That move halting a bipartisan House Ethics Committee review, though lawmakers in both parties want to see the results. Gates also faced a lengthy federal criminal investigation for alleged sex trafficking of a 17-year-old girl. Prosecutors ultimately closed the case without charges, and he's consistently denied wrongdoing. While railing against the Justice Department, he's now tapped to lead.
The lawfare we've seen against President Trump will do great damage well beyond our time in public service.
The president-elect saying Gates will, quote, root out the systemic corruption at DOJ, while some Republicans argue Mr. Trump has a mandate. Others joining Democrats in raising deep concerns about both Gates and the president-elect's pick for Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard.
They live in this world of conspiracy theory, of burn-it-all-down sensibilities.
Gabbard, a former House Democrat turned Trump ally who would advise the president on the government's most closely guarded secrets, has been a vocal critic of U.S. intelligence assessments and has shared Russian claims about Ukraine that have been discredited by lawmakers. All eyes now on the Senate as a new majority leader navigates controversial confirmations and demands from President-elect Trump to sidestep the process if his picks can't get through. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Before he was voted into Republican leadership post, Senator John Thune backed President-elect Trump's demand for recess appointments that would skip the confirmation process. As many members of Congress push back on that idea, Senator Thune today told the Senate to expect an aggressive confirmation schedule early next year.
In regional news, here's a shocking stat for you. The town of Greenwood has just one police officer right now, and you might imagine that that has some people worried about safety. So how did we get here? Well, in September, the chief of police and another officer resigned. According to town officials, the council voted unanimously to hire the only person who applied to the town's job search, but nothing has come of it. Some neighbors are calling the situation unacceptable.
They used to drive past our houses and always were a big presence in the town, and now they're not. So that's kind of scary.
According to Councilwoman Darlene Jones, the department cannot operate without a police chief. She says as of this morning, she's taken matters into her own hands to get the applicant on the board as soon as possible in Greenwood. We have more news to get to this evening.
Still to come, health scare, measles making a comeback, the huge jump in preventable cases that popped up around the globe last year.
And later, no joke, The Onion buying InfoWars, satire getting a little sassy.
Well, it'll be a cloudy start in both Cambridge and Crisfield for our Friday morning with gradual clearing. We'll track the rain currently moving across the peninsula, as well as your weekend ahead coming up.
There's DNA. Then there's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. It's engineered into every aspect of the GMC Sierra HD, with the pulling power to prove it. Tow hitches of the world, prepare for glory. Get 3.9% APR on 2024 Sierra heavy-duty models. We are professional-grade GMC.
Over 50 years ago, JD Asphalt was built on a strong foundation of family values.
So when you call us, you'll speak to a member of our family, like me, where I'll talk you through our entire process, answering any questions you have along the way, and delivering prompt free estimates no matter the size of the job. Call now and ask about our 0% financing options, or visit our website for special discounts. JD Asphalt, a trusted family company for over 50 years.
We're approaching a holiday that's all about food, Thanksgiving. But as delicious as it is for some, others simply don't have enough to eat. CoastTV News reporter Zakia Jennings introduces us to two organizations who saw a need and met it, and as their partnership grows, in this week's Coastal Connections, she shows us, so do their donations.
Stacking boxes on a cart? It's these boxes that Jen Quigley, who manages the emergency food pantry at Christian Storehouse in Millsboro, says is helping to heal her community.
When we help somebody else, we get out of ourselves. And so that's what makes this place so special. So special.
But serving the community can't be done alone. That's why the Indian River Land Company, a a real estate agency, is hosting its 3rd annual food drive with all donations going to the Christian Storehouse.
We saw a need for people in the community that were struggling with hunger, and we thought, what a great way to reach out to the Christian Storehouse and say, what can we do to help?
The donation drive began November 1st and wraps up on November 18th with the goal of having a huge donation right before Thanksgiving. The real estate agency is accepting canned goods, water, and non-perishable items. Lynn says every year they strive to donate more than the previous year.
My goal for this year was to fill half of our lobby here, and we're getting pretty darn close, and we've got a week left, so hopefully we'll meet our goal.
A real estate agency and a religious organization with more in common than you might think. With the donations from the Indian River Land Company and your donations as well, those working here at the Christian Storehouse are able to pack bags just like this so they can continue to serve their community. In Millsboro, I'm Zakia Jennings, Coast TV News.
This morning's weather forecast courtesy of Bass by Spicer Brothers, a Delmarva tradition for over 20 years.
As I get older, I was getting a little off balance. Got recommendations for Bass by Spicer Brothers. I love my shower. It's perfect for me. My favorite part was probably how quick and easy it was. They came in the morning and they were done by afternoon. I definitely wanted the grab bars. They also put the seat in, which was very nice. The wand is good, especially if you're sitting. So much safer to get in and out of now. It seems like my showers are quicker that way. So it's perfect.
Protecting my family is my top priority. When I noticed ants outside of my home, I called Rice's and they sent a technician right away. He recommended their fall defense program, which saved me $50 on my first service. He also told me about their year-round home protection programs that are backed by their Rice Return Guarantee. So if pests return, so do they, for free. The savings are great, but the peace of mind knowing my home is protected is priceless.
Visit Rice's Termite and Pest Control today at delmarvasbestpestcontrol.com.
When choosing windows and doors for your home, at Pella, it's your choice. We manufacture maintenance-free vinyl, fiberglass, and wood-clad windows and patio doors, all with lifetime warranties. High performance, energy efficient, and loaded with options to help make your house your home. Industry-first features and benefits make living easier and increase your home's value. Visit our Experience Center or call us today to schedule your free in-home consultation, where we bring the showroom to you.
Get the Coast TV News app, the latest and most up-to-date stories for your coastal community. Coastal news customized to your needs. Download the Coast TV News app on your Apple or Android devices. Coast TV, our community, your news.
Coming up, Deborah Norville's here for a special True Crime Inside Edition scam alert.
Do not send them money.
Friday at noon on Coast TV.
Been a damp evening in Salisbury where we've seen some light shower activity. Most of the heaviest rain has been south of there. 49 degrees currently in Salisbury. Winds are relatively light at this hour. You could see the showers not really advancing far north of Salisbury. Dry air in place, keeping a lot of the moisture to the south. You could see some moderate rainfall through Crisfield into Chincoteague and some heavier rain along the coast extending south of Chincoteague through Cape Charles. And all this is pushing to the east and eventually, this coastal low that's going to be developing here is going to track to the southeast. So all this moisture is going to be suppressed to the south through the overnight. 53 degrees. It was a chilly day. It was a gloomy day after a morning low of 38. The average high is 59 and the record 76 set back in 1955. You could see temperatures right now holding steady, upper 40s to lower 50s. We're going to fall into the mid 40s through the overnight. We have that coastal flood advisory that continues. That's due in part to a full moon and a high tide, and that runs through noon tomorrow. Could see anywhere from about a foot to 2 foot of inundation on those low-lying areas. Small craft advisory as well, and you can see that extending southward, as well as the coastal flood advisory in the bay as well. That runs through 6 tomorrow. And you can see those small craft advisories as well. They run through 7 a.m. Saturday. Fire watch to our north. That is for Saturday. We will see conditions conducive for fire here on Delmarva Saturday as we have that drought continuing. That severe drought has been updated today, and we look to continue that over the extended period here. 46, few showers overnight as we will remain cloudy and chilly. Futurecast again shows the showers south of Sussex County. Maybe a few of them make it along the coast through the early morning hours, but expecting generally dry conditions, and will gradually clear things out. Temperatures rising into the mid to upper 50s, and it will turn breezy Friday night into Saturday. There's the rainfall totals. Additional rainfall, not all that impressive, maybe upwards of 1/4 of an inch in some locations. Tomorrow, clouds to start, sun to finish. Temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 50s, northerly winds kicking in at 10 to 15 miles an hour. As I mentioned, we start the weekend off with sunshine. Again, that fire conditions conducive on Saturday due to the bone dry conditions and the lower humidity. We're going to see some gusts upwards of 25 miles an hour. Here goes Tropical Storm Sarah, Honduras. A lot of rainfall there, and it's going to just kind of meander along the coast there over the next few days, and we'll see how it enters the Gulf over next week. Holly Ertl of Pittsville, Maryland, you're the winner of our umbrella. 68 on Monday. We'll keep temperatures in the lower 60s next week with another shower threat on Thursday.
The holiday season is here. It's a time for joy, but for many in our community, it can also bring stress. That's where Draper Media's Bless Our Children campaign can help. But to do that, we need your support to make it happen.
For many in our community, the holidays can bring about stress as they strive to create unforgettable moments for their cherished little ones.
That's where the Bless Our Children campaign can help, but we need your support to make it happen. All of the money you donate goes to local nonprofit organizations which give gifts to children this holiday season.
Every penny you give helps families right here on Delmarva because WBOC covers all administrative costs.
You can help local children by accepting the Shell Brothers Bless Our Children Challenge by donating at least $1,000. As our thank you, we'll list our business name on the Shell Brothers Honor Roll in order of amount given in increments of $1,000.
And you can donate by sending a check or money order to the address on the screen or online at blessourchildren.org.
Together we can make the holidays this year a special one.
Coming up in sports, an inside look at how Stephen Decatur lacrosse star is prepping to hopefully help the team return to the state tournament.
And also the season of sad. If the weather has you feeling down, you're not alone. How to handle seasonal affective disorder.
Well, any showers we're seeing on the peninsula tonight will be ending by daybreak tomorrow, and we will see clearing skies through the afternoon as temperatures get up into the mid to upper 50s, turning breezy. We'll take a look at that 10-day forecast coming up.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
Ride the wave of Delmarva's vibrant coastal vibes with Coast Life. From hidden gems to sun-kissed trends and captivating local tales. Dive deep and immerse yourself in our coastal rhythm. Catch Coast Life weekdays at 4 on CoastTV.
The race to the top 50 sales drive continues at Preston Ford. Save up to $8,000 off MSRP on a new 2024 Ford Edge. Embrace the future with savings up to $5,000 off MSRP on 2024 Mustang Mach-E's. We have nearly 1,000 new Fords on the lot, all priced to sell fast. But hurry in as the inventory moves fast during our race to the top 50 in the nation. Check out the entire selection at PrestonFord.com. And remember, cars cost less in Preston.
As the season changes, temperatures drop and the leaves begin to fall, but the savings at Spicer Brothers are still hot. Now is the perfect time to tackle your home improvement projects with unbeatable savings. Right now, save 30% on a complete roofing system, plus get 50% off gutter helmet installation. At Spicer Brothers, excellence is our standard. We use only top quality materials and expert craftsmanship, ensuring each project is built to last a lifetime.
Call today and schedule your free in-home consultation because you deserve the best.
Spruce up your home with H&H Furniture and Appliances in Pocomoke and make this Christmas one to remember. Enjoy our huge in-stock selection with prompt delivery and 12-month interest-free financing available. Try our full range of Serta mattresses, America's #1 mattress brand. Relax in our Lazy Boy Motion Furniture Gallery. Browse our full line of appliances like Speed Queen and trust our professional and experienced installation and service team. Make your home a reflection of you. Merry Christmas from H&H Furniture and Appliances.
What are you doing here? I'm here for your 6-month crawl space inspection. Come on, follow me.
I should get out of these clothes.
Believe me, my friend, it's perfectly clean down there. I can't stress the importance of having braziers monitor your crawl space.
What is there to inspect?
Your sub pump, your dehumidifier, and we inspect your whole crawl space for you.
You can't beat that type of service, and there's no bugs down here. Which reminds me.
Son-in-law, is my room ready yet? Come on.
Absolutely.
DSN Plus is more action. 5 live games every weeknight, showcasing high school showdowns and regional rivalries across Delmarva. Watch on your mobile devices and smart TVs. Get more with DSN Plus, just $6.99 a month.
Here's a real headline about a fake news source doing a real thing.
The satirical news site The Onion has won the bidding wars for conspiracy theorist Alex Jones's InfoWars. The amount of the bid has not been announced, but it was backed by several families of the Sandy Hook victims.
As a result of the purchase, The Onion now owns InfoWars, their intellectual property, including the website and the production equipment that it was used to put Jones on air.
The company was being auctioned off to help pay the more than $1 billion he owes the families of the victims.
In health news, global health officials are sounding the alarm about the surge of a highly contagious yet preventable disease, measles. According to the CDC and the World Health Organization, global cases of measles surged more than 20% last year. And here's the worst part, more than 107,000 people died, mostly young children. Health officials point to falling levels of vaccination during and after the COVID-19 pandemic for the increase in cases. The 2-dose vaccine is 97% effective against measles. The CDC has reported at least 266 measles cases in the U.S. so far this year.
It's a type of depression triggered by a change in seasons, seasonal affective disorder, or SAD. It affects millions of Americans, but a lot of people don't even realize that they're experiencing it. In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither has the signs of this disorder and explains ways to help yourself cope with the symptoms.
The days are shorter and darker. The temperatures are getting colder. If you feel down this time of year, you're not alone.
It's extremely common in colder weather climates, especially this time of year, with symptoms beginning and intensifying throughout the winter and even into the spring.
Licensed clinical psychologist Adam Borland with Cleveland Clinic says a lack of sunlight can impact vitamin D levels and serotonin, which helps regulate mood, behavior, sleep cycle, and memory. It can lead to symptoms like sadness, loss of interest, fatigue, and fluctuating appetite. Borland says maintaining a healthy daily routine can help.
Going to bed around the same time, trying to get up around the same time, monitoring diet and any potential alcohol or other substance usage, engaging in physical exercise, making sure that you socialize, engage in any creative outlets.
Borland also suggests using a sun lamp, which can mimic natural light and help regulate the sleep cycle. He says medications can help treat symptoms of anxiety and depression, as can talk therapy. But it's also important for a person with seasonal affective disorder to stay connected to others.
It's very easy to kind of hibernate during this time of year, and you want to make sure that you engage in social outlets.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Borland says when it comes to seasonal affective disorder, a person has to be honest with themselves about their symptoms if it's impacting day-to-day functioning. He says not to isolate and to seek mental health treatment.
In sports, a lacrosse star from Stephen Decatur is working year-round to help his squad hopefully raise a state trophy. DSN's Michelle Roberts has the story from Berlin.
Stephen Decatur Jr. Ashton Martin recently returned to the Athlete Academy in Berlin after a short time off.
I used to come here a lot and I felt like it got me explosive, got me faster, got me stronger. Took a little bit off and I feel like that came off my game a little bit, so when I came back I feel like I got that back with the explosiveness, strength, balance, all that.
March says excelling in lacrosse has been a lifelong goal.
Ever since I was young, I grew up around it, and my dad played it all through high school, so it's just something that's been through the family, and I'm passionate about just the sport in general.
The forward has been training on the lacrosse field and at the Athlete Academy to reach these aspirations.
Personally, to play my best, help my teammates get better, help the team overall, eventually go to the state championship as we all think we can in the locker room. And for the team, I mean, we all know what the end goal is. We all trust each other. Coaches trust players. We all know what we can do. And I think that's a state championship. I think we could all do that, and we all know we can.
And this will only help Marge pursue his passion at the next level.
My dream is to play at the D1 level. I have a couple interests right now from a couple schools. So, I mean, coming here every day, knowing that I have to strengthen myself, get faster, get better every single day, it's what it does for us.
Reporting from Berlin, Maryland, for the Delmarva Sports Network, I'm Michelle Roberts.
Coast TV First Alert Weather. Your safety, our commitment.
At the Delmarva Design Center, appliances, cabinetry, countertops, tile, and flooring come together in one showroom. We have specialists in each division, like myself in tile, to ensure that you have the best product to fit your needs, and that your selection fits seamlessly with every element of your remodel.
I was able to look at everything that I was looking for from my new kitchen, including the backsplash and the countertop and the sinks all in one place.
Delmarva Design Center. Great design starts with great inspiration. Selbyville, Delaware.
The most incredible shopping on the beach. Blooming Boutique. Fashion, jewelry, and accessories as cool as an ocean breeze. You'll love this place. We put a smile on your face. You'll love this place. It's Blooming Boutique. Fashion, jewelry.
Happy holidays from Blooming Boutique with 4 convenient locations, 2 in Lewis, Long Neck in Milford, and bloomingboutique.com.
When Pfeiffer's needed a custom solution for their serving windows, they turned to Clark & Sons. When the American Legion in Lewis faced a similar challenge, they also called Clark & Sons. From the smallest custom garage door you've ever seen to the bold, bright red doors of the new Ocean City Fire Department, Clark & Sons has the garage door for every need. For over 60 years, we've been the trusted choice across Delmarva, known for delivering top-notch craftsmanship and unmatched service. Call today for your free estimate. Clark & Sons, where quality meets trust.
This Thanksgiving season, Delaware Electric Cooperative is giving $10 million back to the people we are proud to power. Members who received electric service from the co-op in 2012 and 2013 will receive a credit on their November bill. As a not-for-profit utility, the credits are a return on the investment members have made in DEC over the years. Our co-op belongs to you, and we're so thankful to power Central and Southern Delaware.
From our co-op family to yours.
Happy Thanksgiving!
Hey, are you the bad guy? Mercy, is that Courtney my biggest fan?
Oh my goodness, Courtney. As a nurse, I knew that I needed this done. Peninsula Bath really listened to us. Very, very professional, very friendly. The whole team made us feel like family. Thank you, Peninsula Bath, for everything that you did to make Courtney's life easy.
Thank you, Mother.
It warms our heart to help. Call us today at Peninsula Bath for all your bathroom renovation needs.
All aboard for some holiday fun. Starting November 30th, the Delaware Seaside Railroad Club is bringing its 13th annual holiday model train display to the Georgetown Public Library. The exhibit chugs along every Saturday through December 21st from 10 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. and it's free.
Well, we're going to keep the shower threat in play in Milford through the overnight with temperatures falling into the mid to upper 40s. Now, you can see the shower activity having a hard time advancing to the north and towards the coast. We've been pretty damp in Salisbury, but the steadiest, heaviest rain extending from Chickatee all the way down through Cape Charles, and this is going to eventually sink southward as we head into the overnight. So tomorrow we wake up to the clouds and the sunshine develops by the afternoon. Get that forecast at any time by dialing our First Alert weather phone. So we're up in the mid to upper 50s tomorrow, dry for football. We start the weekend off with wall-to-wall sunshine, turning breezy, and we'll keep the temperatures in the 60s, mid to upper 60s by Monday, and then we dip into the 50s, see a cold shot of air by the end of the next week.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you for joining us here for Coast TV News at 11.
For more news and local weather, you can download our Coast TV News app.
The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon is up next.
And we'll see you tomorrow for Coast TV News at 5 a.m. Have a great night.